Hi. To start off, I cannot just present anything theoretical or containing too much knowledge. I just want to bring up a straight up topic about the lag that we're having when looking into the field of self healing. So, what Gen Z have been doing these days, including me, is that we have been into the circulation of finding who ourselves really are. We went onto the internet and try to seek out the most valuable type of information that we think that we need. Psychological things, self-love, self-care, all those things are correct. I'm not here to just abandon them. But there is something at the ice corner that you might have not seen. And that is literally something at the ice corner. So, currently, humankind have been working on something that we call the soul's side. Apart from the artificial side, which means the outside thing, in order to make ourselves a better person, we must acknowledge ourselves deeper in our souls by doing mindfulness practices or discovering things in order to shine our deep values. Anything but to actively know who we are. And yet, there is something essential left behind once we have been onto the road so intensively. And, well, you know what? Just before I start that, there are two pillars of well-being that we are focusing on now in order to improve somebody's psychological well-beingness. First is the physical side, relating to your physical health, your diet, physical practices, and the second is mental. And here is where I want to add in. There is a third pillar called the social health. So we have been caring about the psychological health, the physical health, but how about the social health? In Asian culture, we have been telling one another that do not care about what people think. And that has become an essential part of how we crave our image about ourselves. But then, as the person who also on this path, I realized that yes, it does help us to concentrate more on our values. But then I realized that if we just focus solely on this thing, what would happen? Will it help us to reach to the highest point of mindfulness, of being ourselves? And it is my path to continue solving that question. I realized that fighting for yourself is not the final destination. Because overall, what you do is to serve best for your life. And while you are going on that path, on the path that you think that you will solely fight for yourself without anybody's help, because you're so unique, because nobody can understand you as you are, I realized one essential thing that might sound contradictory. That is social. You have to make this clear. You be on your own. That's the essential thing that must be completed first. But after you have found your path, you must not go alone. Once you know what you belong to, you must by somehow form a sense of community that belongs to you. That's the only way that you can really achieve the world, the life that you have been heading on. Many people telling in books that, oh yeah, you just need to care about mind your own business. But that is just the first step. That is just the first step, minding your own business apart from others' business. But it doesn't mean that you will do that your whole life. Because humans from thousands of years, we are born to connect. But it's just the difference that drift us apart. And now our job is yes, first is to escape from that circulation of stormy societal things and get back to who you are. But then, once again, form a community based on the characteristics that you share the same. So what will happen if you just keep trying for yourself alone? I cannot say that I am a remarkable example of how this thing is done, but as the one who is practicing this until now, I realize that escaping from that humble and stumble society gives you clarity. But if you stay in that sense of clarity for so long without finding that sort of community, you will find peace. However, because what you are facing with is another society. So it means that 1 versus 8 billion people, and you will soon be eliminated. So what I'm bringing here today is not just a simple presentation about individuality or anything. Individuality is something that humans have been going in, but we need to move on to another stage, because solitude is not designed for any of the or for any kind of living creature, including humans. So imagine the world where every species, every individual can be themselves, and they seek out for tribes that are alike with them. And imagine the world where everyone just simply be away from the society that they have been fighting with, and then stay there alone. Eat alone, live alone, die alone. That will be kind of opposite from what life is designed to be like. We are designed to interact with one another. It's just we have to be clarified enough to interact with those deserved, those who are designed for us. Humans might be alike through appearance, through genes, but after discovering about personalities, about MBTI, about horoscopes, I realized that we are so different. Many famous people have been emphasizing the importance of connecting us with one another. It's not wrong, and it's wrong, because you have to consider yourself before you form a community for yourself. So it is a stage like this. Okay, so imagine this is the society that you have been struggling for. You escape from that, and this is you alone in solitude. And then you find like-minded people, and then there will be many dots here, and this is your new community. This is how life has to be. It is the transition between a chaos community and then you be yourself. This is where most of us are striving to. And then you have to continue to find your community. Because anything in a community, any benefits are still remain. But it's just, it has to be right. Social benefits will become a burden if you stay in the wrong group. But if you stay in the right group, just imagine if you are a sensitive person and you stay in a group of people containing people who all of them all understand what you feel and they constantly give you what you need for your sensitivity. That must be the great thing. But now you may ask, where to find them? Okay? We are talking about a topic that beyond human's limitation. So first of all, we must be in the middle first. As in the process, you must be yourself first. And believe me, once you have been into this stage, your sense of community is still there, it's in your gene. And it will urge you to find a community for yourself. But this video is just introduced to explain that if you, my viewer who is watching this right now, are aiming for the solitude, for the solitary life, you are not wrong. But you haven't got the most out of it. You will soon realize, because if you are truly happy and you are truly feel authentic with your life, you need a community, but in a different sense. Thank you.